We live. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, 3 Days Nate. It's happened. It's set. The Super Bowl 53. It's gonna be the Rams. It's gonna be the New England Patriots. What a crazy AFC Championship, NFC Championship games we had. I'm here with the JukeBoxHero himself, my buddy Isaac. We'll say what's up to the fans, Isaac.
Hello.
My boy Isaac, he's hurting. He was supporting his Saints all season long, but unfortunately they fell short to the LA Rams, and certainly there's a lot of controversy surrounding this game, especially around that uncalled pass interference. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Isaac, what did you see from the start of the game? You know, you was kind of at work, so I know you didn't get to see the whole thing, but from what you was keeping up with, man, as a Saints fan, what was going through your mind?
Well, honestly, I was pretty happy that we had him up for the longest while. I was like, yes, this is what we need. This is the momentum we need. Like, this is what a Super Bowl team looks like. And then I kind of tried to keep up as much as I can. I was like, okay, I expected the Rams to come back. I was like, I didn't expect a high-scoring game, but I did expect it to be one hell of a game, which I'm sad I missed out on.
Yeah, man. I was watching the end of it. I kind of kept track towards the end. I'm trying to think. It was like 2 minutes left, I think. Yeah, it was like when y'all had the ball. Y'all were going down trying to score. And I literally saw the pass interference call, and I was like, oh my god, bro, like they just totally missed that. I'm like, if the Saints lose, they're gonna eat the refs for this, and sure enough they did. Yeah, I mean, I saw that, because it was, what was it? It was tied, right?
Yeah.
When that penalty happened. So yeah, there was tied, and then I was thinking, I was like, man, if they get a first down, all they got to do is knee it and then just kick the field goal. And, you know, Lutz made the field goal with ease. And, you know, so, I mean, if that pass interference gets called, you just kneel it down until there's about 4 seconds left. And you kick the game-winning field goal and send them to the Super Bowl. I mean, in all honesty, the Saints were definitely robbed in this situation. As a Saints fan, I'm sure the wound is real fresh right now, and I feel you, man, because, of course, me being a Dallas Cowboys fan, we saw this just a few seasons ago with Dez, and then years later, eventually, them saying they got the call wrong. But for y'all, it was literally announced right after the game that they messed up that call.
Oh, bro, if I was a coach, I'd be throwing chairs through windows, beating up fucking everybody. I'd be swinging. Everybody's gonna catch the hand.
Yeah, Sean Payton was pissed, bro. Like,
no, but he sounded like he wanted to. Oh god! Oh just. Oh no!
Isaac's getting under attack here in Fortnite.
Oh no! Fuck! I died.
So, yeah, I mean, Sean Payton, usually one of the, you know, classier guys, doesn't really open up that much, I suppose, when it comes to his post-game press conferences, and he was visually upset that, you know, he had called the league office right after the game, and they told him that, yeah, we messed up that call.
Yeah, but obviously can't say much, can't hold on to it, gotta let it go, build ourselves up, minis, and just work with what we have. Honestly, bro, we have a good team going, we really do.
Yeah, man, I'm really surprised that they kept up with y'all that much.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all beat them pretty good.
Yeah.
During the regular season.
I was surprised that they caught up. I was expecting them to catch up, to be honest. Like, I didn't go into the game cocky like with the Cowboys. I was like, okay, bro, I want my team to win. But, like, I had that feeling it wasn't going to go my way. I was like, I feel deep down that it's not going to turn out the way I wanted it to. It's what happened.
As a fan base, as I said in last week's video, you know, talking about the 4 games, you know, the fans just, they don't lose in this situation. We got 2 classic games out of both games. You know, there was many dream matchups that could have happened out of this. You know, I picked Rams and Chiefs coming out of this. Like, that's just, as a fan, that's kind of what I wanted to see, just because I saw what they did on Monday Night Football. And you know, if it wasn't that, I was hoping Saints and Patriots. That way you could see Breeze versus Brady, and like that'd be pretty crazy. And another thing that I was bringing up with some friends during the week was, say it was the Saints and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. If Breeze beats Brady, and Breeze, beats Brady in the Super Bowl, he has 2 rings. Is he better than Peyton Manning? What are your thoughts on that? Let's just say hypothetically that the Saints won today, and if he would have beat Tom Brady, what do you think? Do you think you could have said for sure that he was better than Peyton Manning?
I would say it depends on what English you're talking about. Like, honestly, fucking Peyton Manning is one of the GOATs. But I think Breeze, because he's like the king of consistency. That's the one thing no one ever talks about. Because he's a consistent QB. I think he'd be better because he's breaking Peyton Manning's record. So I'd have to say he's starting to be better. He is better. I know.
He got the same amount of rings. The only advantage, if he had won, which, of course, Drew Brees still has a chance to win another ring next year. I don't see him retiring or nothing. So, if Drew Brees can get 2 rings, he certainly has a case for potentially, even just this year. I feel like before this year, he wasn't getting the amount of respect that he deserved. He'd always got overlooked by Brady, by Brady, Manning, Rodgers. He was always overlooked. And this year, certainly, when he was breaking the record, I didn't even know he was that close to breaking a lot of those records. So that caught me off guard. As much football that I watch, and I didn't know he was getting that close to those records. Certainly, open up a debate for him to at least be a top 5 quarterback.
Honestly, I think he's always been a top 5.
You think he's top 5?
Yeah. It's just the one thing that no one ever brought up about the Saints. Because all the other teams that have won Super Bowls, like the Patriots, they've always had a defense to complement their offense. It wasn't until recently that we actually had a defense to complement our offense.
Saints always had horrible defenses, historically bad defenses, bro. I would always.
That's why everybody was shook when we beat the Colts when we won our first Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it was off an interception of all things.
All right, well, let's move on from this heartbreak. Let's go to the Patriots and the Chiefs.
All right, yeah. So breaking it down, moving on to the Patriots and Chiefs game. Man, my boy Patrick Mahomes, he came out to play, man. If you didn't watch that game, you're really missing out. Because both, like I said, we had 2 classic games, bro. Like this is gonna be one of the craziest. This is gonna be looked at as probably the best championship weekend in recent memory, at least. I started watching kind of towards the end. I was keeping up with it mostly. Patriots went up 14-0. I think going into halftime, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was going into halftime. They scored a touchdown right before halftime. The Chiefs were actually able to get a decent return, and they were trying to get down in field goal, and literally Mahomes almost got strip sacked, bro. It was crazy. And man, I was kind of concerned for them for a minute. I was like, dang, bro. It's like they were about to go down 20. They could potentially win down 21-0 at halftime, but eventually they ended up coming back. I'm trying to think exactly where they tied it up. They were like trading leads the whole way in the fourth quarter. I forgot what the exact numbers were, but they were putting up some crazy points.
Yeah, I didn't know they even went into overtime up until what was I looking at? Oh fuck. Oh yeah, I was looking into it. Everybody was talking about how both games went into overtime. Like, oh shit.
Let's talk about, there was this Chiefs were punting it off. The Chiefs were down 17-20, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they punted it, and it looked like it. You know how like if the punt returner like bobbles it, it's a live ball, like it's a fumble. So it kind of looked like Edelman touched it, and the Chiefs they returned it for a touchdown. They called it a touchdown initially, I believe. But I didn't get exactly what was going on, but somehow they're saying that Edelman didn't touch it, but somehow the Chiefs still got the ball, and I think they ended up going down and scoring. Yeah, so the Chiefs took a lead. They went up 24-20, and there was about 4 or 5 minutes left. Brady drove all the way down. They scored, went down. They scored. They went up 27-24. And I remember, I believe it was Jim Nantz commentating, saying, "Man, it's like what would be crazy if, because they only had about 39 seconds, like one timeout. Mahomes did, and the Chiefs they had one timeout, 39 seconds. They're down 3. They're like, is Mahomes gonna be able to pull off what Brady just pulled off?" And sure enough, first play, they hit one of their receivers for a big play down the middle. They called the timeout. The next play, the Patriots were offsides. So that ended up stopping the clock. for them, which set them up being able to set up another play, and eventually they just ended up kicking the field goal, sending it into overtime. But you know, my boy Patrick Mahomes, he did what he had to do, and he led Kansas City down, got him a field goal. Unfortunately, a lot of times a coin toss can determine the winner of a game in overtime, and that was the case today because the Patriots won the toss, and there wasn't much for Kansas City to do because, I mean, Tom Brady, they had about, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 third down conversions. I believe it was 3 because Edelman had 2 on a slant, and then Gronk had 1 off of an offsides, I believe. There was like another play. I think they had stopped him, and Gronk ended up getting the first down. It was crazy. Yeah, it was. Oh, another thing I missed. Whenever Brady and them were down in the fourth quarter, this was before overtime. Brady and them were down 4. It was 20-24, and the Chiefs were winning. Yeah, this is exactly what happened. Bro, they picked off Brady, or there was a fumble, or they picked him off. They turned the ball over, but it was offsides, so it didn't count. So the Patriots got another chance, and they got the first down after that. So yeah, the Chiefs should have won.
Didn't the Chiefs have like one of the low-ranked defenses in the league?
Yeah, they really didn't have that elite of a defense, but. So yeah, bro, they turned the ball over. It was just, if that offsides didn't happen, the Chiefs would have won, because they would have just had to run the clock out. I forgot what the dude's name was, but yeah, he had offsides. Poor guy, he's probably gonna get lynched. It's a little extreme, maybe not lynched, but you know, he's gonna be the Cody Parkey of Kansas City. So yeah, like we were saying, you know, sometimes the coin toss determines who wins the game, and that was the case in this one. And Tom Brady, they just ran it down their throats, man. There wasn't, once the Gronk play happened, you knew it was kind of over, and they ended up punching it in the end zone. So this is it, man. Super Bowl, LA Rams, New England Patriots, LA, one of the biggest markets in all of sports, you know. The Rams barely moving back to LA just a few years ago. You know, big market, you know, young team, a lot of superstars on defense. Brady, the Patriots, you know, greatest dynasty of the 21st century. Definitely a great storyline. What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl this year, Isaac?
One thing I have learned: never bet against the Patriots in the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Saying, very rarely.
It's especially the Super Bowl.
Because everybody thought, who was it that the Falcons had it? Everybody thought the Falcons were going to fucking blow out the Patriots, and look what the Patriots did. But then again, you can say that with everybody thought the Patriots would beat the Eagles last year. Last year? Yeah, it was last year. And then fucking Nick Foles busted out that magic.
I still can't believe it. I hate the Eagles, though, by the way. I won't hesitate. I'll be biased on that one. I'll be biased on my hatred for the Eagles, but
like, I want the Rams.
I'm excited,
but then I feel like the Patriots will come out on top just because they got more experience, and then they got Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying last week, you know, I kind of just want the Rams to win just so I can say the Cowboys lost to the Super Bowl champs. You know, this is kind of me being selfish, but and I'm sure now you can say the same thing. Unfortunately, yeah. I was saying last week, you know, I think of the Patriots and Tom Brady. I think of him kind of like the San Antonio Spurs of the NFL. You know, for a long time, the Spurs, they were kind of the older guys, but they had all the championships, you know, and they counted them out every year, but eventually, you know, they were always in the championship picture, and they even ended up winning a few more rings way past their primes, and that's what I think of the Patriots. You know, this is not even that good of a team that Brady has had.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. He's had way better teams than this, and he was able to wreck the LA Chargers, who a lot of people picked to go to the Super Bowl. You know, they kind of had a tough road, but they were 12-4. They actually had a better record than the Patriots, and they just straight up went in there. They beat the crap out of them.
It's that playoff magic with Brady and Belichick.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game when it comes to the playoffs with Tom Brady and the Patriots. So, sure to be an exciting game. Final verdict. You know, I'm probably gonna go with the Rams just because of the running game. They got a more balanced team. You know, Donald and Sue, that's a powerful force up front. It's going to be tough for them, though, because James White, he loves to get outside, and that's one of Brady's favorite targets now. You know, he just dumps it off to White, and White's a good playmaker, but, you know, in the end, I think that they're going to be able to get enough. This
is how I'm going to say it. I want the Rams to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots won because they got all that experience and everything. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, you can't count out the veteran. They've been there. At the Rams, you know, I feel like a lot of them are young. None of them have been there before.
They haven't won since what?
Talib.
Since before y'all, I think.
99.
Like 1960s, something like that.
No, like the Rams won in 99. Yeah.
Was it 99? Yeah.
And I think what they said, too, an interesting fact was, it was literally, the Super Bowl is going to be taking place 17 years to the day that Brady won his first Super Bowl, which was against the St. Louis Rams. So it's really come full circle. And I believe they have the Rams as favorites right now. And then at the time, you know, crazy to think about it now, but, you know, Brady and the Patriots were big underdogs when they played in 2001. Like, that is like one of the greatest upsets in like Super Bowl history. Like, as far as a point spread, like a Las Vegas point spread.
Yeah. I know they were
that's when Brady.
Today.
That was Brady's first year.
Everybody thought that they'd go into Kansas City and lose, and then here they are.
Yeah, out of all the teams, they have the Patriots like the lowest percentage to win the Super Bowl out of the 4 teams, which is crazy to think about. Sure to be
kind of upset
classic
because I think we had the highest percentage rates that win.
Yeah, y'all did, I think. Yeah, I'm sure
I
it
think
was
that's
y'all.
What happens
Kansas
when
City.
everybody jumps on a bandwagon. Before everybody's like, "Oh, Saints are gonna do it as good as they did last year." Halfway through the season, everybody started saying, "Oh, Saints are gonna go to the Super Bowl." Like, you sons of guns need to get the fuck out of here, you fake fans.
For real.
I was with my team through the 7 and 9 seasons. 7 and 9.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Through the Sean Payton suspensions.
Yeah. Through what was it? Fuck, it was a something gate when we were hurting people. We were breaking players.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. Well, it's not like Tom Brady
yeah.
with the deflate gate, the fucking water gate,
the spy gate, the water gate. No, that's Richard Nixon. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not a crook.
I'm pretty sure the Patriots have been involved with all the gates.
Right. Bill Gates, the death of Bill Gates is all. Bill Gates ain't dead. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, I'm taking the Rams just off a gut feeling. You know, I just feel like their explosiveness. I think they can probably outscore the Patriots. As long as they don't let Brady drop 5 touchdowns on them, I think they'll come out with the dub. Especially with Gurley and C.J. Anderson, you know, killing it at that two-headed attack. If they can take an early lead and control the clock, you know, there's not much Brady can do at that point. But like I said, I honestly, as long as they can take control of the game early, I think the Rams will have an advantage from that standpoint.
I feel like even if they pick up the lead first, I feel like somehow the Patriots will find a way to come back just because of Brady and Belichick.
I should just never count them out, bro. You just
They've been to how many fucking Super Bowls altogether? Like 10?
I think this is 9.
20?
I think this is literally 9. Well, let me see. Let me count. The first one against the Rams, the Panthers, the Eagles, the Giants.
Yeah, they lost to the Giants.
Yeah, they lost to the Giants twice. That's 5. And then they played the Seahawks. And then the Falcons. And the Eagles. And now the Rams again. So 9. That's insane, bro.
And they won 5, right?
Yeah, they've won 5. It's crazy to think that the whole the Dallas Cowboys had the most Super Bowl appearances ever. And I think they had 8 or 9. And that's literally like, you know, one of the most iconic franchises in history, and Brady and Belichick have that by themselves.
Yep.
That ain't right, bro.
Honestly, I feel like the Patriots will go downhill when they lose Brady and Belichick.
Oh, of course. Unless they get some type of... Maybe if they still have Jimmy G, but
It'll be kind of like with us. Once we lose Drew Brees as a quarterback, our team's going to be kind of iffy for a while, unless we find a solid quarterback.
I think Teddy Bridgewater's okay.
That's if we keep him, though, because we only signed him for this season.
His face pretty good.
Taysom Hill, he's okay, but he's like a better rusher and stuff than he is like a Well, I don't know. I haven't seen him much in QB action, so I have to go look at his college years.
On the other hand, I'm picking the Rams, but can't count Brady out, and I just think, a lot of people are saying they are going to go against Brady just because they're tired of the Patriots winning. But in all honesty, I like dynasties. I like greatness. That's why I kind of root for LeBron in the NBA. I want to be able to say that I witnessed the GOAT. And if Brady wins 6 rings, he'll have as many as MJ, and that is he's undoubtedly the GOAT if he gets 6 rings. So it's cool to witness greatness. So if the Patriots win, I'm all right with it. As a fan of the NFL, I'll be all right with it. Just because something that's never happened and will probably never happen again. That's insane. So yeah. So final verdict. I'm picking Rams. I say nice competitive ball game. I'm thinking entertaining. So I say 34-27 Rams. What do you got, Isaac?
I'm going to take the Patriots, even though I don't want them to win. I'll take the Patriots. I don't know. I don't know about a score, because it could either be a low-scoring game or a high-scoring game.
True. I'm hoping high-scoring just for the sake of ratings.
For the sake of ratings, I'll go low-scoring, 34-31.
34-31. Game winner? Game-winning field goal? Overtime? What are you thinking?
I think a game-winning field goal.
I'm thinking Brady ties it up in the 4th, 27-all, and then Goff proves himself that he was worth the #1 pick, and he wins the Super Bowl on a game-winning drive. Love to see it. So there we have it, folks. We got 1 Rams, we got 1 Patriots. Either way, it's going to be a great Super Bowl. Let me know down in the comment section what do you think is going to happen this Super Bowl Sunday. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on Twitch. We're doing a lot of great stuff. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. My Dallas Cowboys fans, follow me at Dallas Cowboys RTR. We got a lot of great stuff going on there. We got almost 8,500 followers. Let's go ahead and raise up that number. 3DaysNate's Instagram's blowing up. We appreciate y'all being here, so we keep it right here. Peace out. Give him a peace out, Jukebox.
Bye.
Hi.